Have you ever wondered why your credit score seems to be different on every website you check? Maybe you're looking at one app and your score is a solid 750, but on another, it's a baffling 720. What's going on? It's not a glitch, it's not a conspiracy, and it's not a random number generator. There's a very specific reason for this, and it all comes down to where that score is coming from. Today, we're diving deep into the world of credit scores, specifically for all of you who use Borrowell. You know the app, you get your free weekly updates, you see your score, and you get that little boost of confidence or a gentle nudge to do better. But have you ever stopped to ask the question, where does Borrowell actually get my credit score from? It's a fundamental question that a lot of people don't think to ask, but the answer is the key to understanding your credit health and the entire credit reporting system in Canada. So, let's break it down. First, to understand where Borrowell gets its data, you need to understand the big players in the Canadian credit game. Think of them as the gatekeepers of your financial history. In Canada, we have two primary credit bureaus, Equifax and TransUnion. These two companies are private entities that collect, store, and manage all the financial data that lenders report. Every time you make a credit card payment, apply for a loan, or miss a bill, these events are recorded and sent to one or both of these bureaus. They are the backbone of the entire credit system. They are the ones with the information, the ones with the big, detailed files on you, and they are the ones who calculate your credit score. So, where does Borrowell fit into all this? Borrowell has a direct partnership with one of these two giants. They have a special, exclusive relationship with Equifax Canada. That's right, every time you log into your Borrowell account and see your credit score, you are looking at a score provided directly by Equifax. This isn't just a generic score, it's a very specific type of score that Equifax calculates, and it's called the Equifax Risk Score 2.0. So, when you see that 750 on your Borrowell dashboard, you're looking at the score that Equifax has generated for you, based on the information it has in your credit file. Knowing that Borrowell gets its information from Equifax is the first step. The second, and perhaps most crucial, step is to understand what Equifax looks at to calculate that score. We're talking about the 5 key factors that make up your credit score. Think of these as the ingredients in a recipe. If you change the amount of one ingredient, the final product is going to be different. Let's get into those 5 factors. We'll start with the most important one, the one that carries the most weight, and that is your payment history. This is the big one, making up about 35% of your total credit score. Your payment history is a direct report card on your reliability as a borrower. Lenders want to know if you pay your bills on time, every time. Do you make your credit card payments, your mortgage payments, your car loan payments? Every time you make an on-time payment, you are building a positive history. On the flip side, a single late payment, especially if it's more than 30 days past due, can have a significant negative impact on your score. It shows lenders that you might be a higher risk. The lesson here is simple: if you want a healthy score, pay your bills on time. You could do everything else perfectly, but if you're missing payments, your score will struggle. The second factor is a close runner-up in importance, and it's all about your credit utilization. This accounts for roughly 30% of your score. Credit utilization is a fancy term for how much of your available credit you're actually using. The calculation is simple. You take your total credit card balances and divide it by your total credit limits. For example, if you have a credit card with a $10,000 limit and you have a balance of $3,000, your utilization is 30%. The general rule of thumb is to keep your credit utilization below 30%. Lenders see a high utilization rate as a sign that you might be overleveraged or in financial distress, even if you're making your payments on time. It's a snapshot of your financial well-being at that moment. The lower your utilization, the better, so aim for 10% or even less if you can. Next up, let's talk about the length of your credit history. This factor is about 15% of your score. It's exactly what it sounds like. How long have you been a credit user? Lenders prefer to see a long history of responsible credit use because it gives them more data to work with. If you've had a credit card for 15 years and have never missed a payment, that tells a very powerful story about your financial discipline. This is why financial advisors often recommend against closing your oldest credit accounts, even if you don't use them much anymore. That long history is a valuable asset. Then we have a credit mix, which accounts for about 10% of your score. Lenders want to see that you can manage different types of credit responsibly. There are two main types, revolving credit and installment credit. Revolving credit is something like a credit card or a line of credit where you can borrow, repay, and borrow again up to a certain limit. Installment credit is a loan with a fixed payment and a set term, like a car loan or a mortgage. Having a healthy mix of both shows lenders that you are a versatile and reliable borrower. It's not a huge factor, but it does help. Finally, the last 10% of your score is related to new credit inquiries. This is the one that people often get the most confused about. A credit inquiry happens when a lender checks your credit file. There are two kinds, a soft inquiry and a hard inquiry. A soft inquiry happens when you check your own score, or a lender checks your score to pre-approve you for an offer. Soft inquiries do not affect your credit score. This is why using Borrowell to check your score every week is a great idea. It's a soft inquiry, and it won't hurt you at all. A hard inquiry, on the other hand, happens when you formally apply for a new credit card, loan, or mortgage. Hard inquiries can have a temporary, small negative effect on your score. Lenders get nervous if they see a bunch of hard inquiries in a short period of time, as it could signal that you're in financial trouble and desperate for credit. So, it's best to space out your credit applications and only apply for new credit when you really need it. So, to recap, Borrowell gets your score from Equifax. It's the Equifax Risk Score 2.0. And that score is calculated based on these 5 main factors: payment history, credit utilization, length of credit history, credit mix, and new credit inquiries. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.